notification telling me that we're live. Oh yeah, I picked the best time to do this. Look at that. Look at that fucking face, mate. Jeez. Keep your mums at home. Fuck me. Jeez. Come a long way from 5 years ago when I looked like a fucking turnip. I will be very transparent in this live stream. I am pissed. Not as in like I'm angry, but I'm slightly wavy. I went to the Muay Thai gym today, so I've trained Muay Thai 3 days in a row currently. Went to the Muay Thai gym today, had probably one of my best Muay Thai sessions. So we did the usual 90 minutes of training, and then I was doing a sparring session. One of the guys there who used to be in the army, mate, it was fucking awesome. Like, it was so good. Like, I got my absolute ass kicked. I took so many body shots, it was unreal. But then me and a few of the other guys from the Muay Thai gym, after that brutal session, we all just went out, just had a few drinks. So yeah, if I'm not as cognitively coherent, it's because I'm slightly wavy. We'll pretend what I'm drinking is apple juice. But anyway, this is discipline. I didn't want to make this live stream today. I wanted to go out, party, etc. But discipline is the actions that your future self will thank you for. That's my definition of discipline. Socrates said the beginning of wisdom is a definition of terms. So with me, discipline is taking actions that your future self will thank you for. So what I want to do in this stream is, we're just going to go balls deep, right? I'm not going to gatekeep any secrets. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm just going to give you everything you need from a tactical perspective on how to get results from cold approach, okay? And I know this works because this is the best kept secrets that I've already given to over 200 of my clients, yeah? So at this point in my life, I've taught the skill of daytime cold approach to over 200 men. I'm the best in the world at it. You can go over to my YouTube testimonials page, Christian Casanova Testimonials, so you know I'm not talking out my ass. Evidence has got the loudest voice. But what I want to do in this stream is I just want to give you everything so you can go into 2026 knowing how to have conversations that convert, because that's really what we're talking about when we're talking about getting results from daytime cold approach. It's having conversations that convert into dates and beyond, okay? So what I've done as well, by the way, is I appreciate that when you first come across my content online, especially on YouTube, there's over 900 videos on this channel. So you'll be able to see me in the field, coaching my clients, me in the field, getting rejected, having great conversations. You'll also be able to see everything documented on this channel as well. So if you go back and look at the oldest videos, you'll be able to see me from when I first started. So when I started as a porn addict with erectile dysfunction, no woman wanted to bang me, to who I am in the present day. But I appreciate it can be quite overwhelming. If you've been following me for the past 6 months or so, then there's probably a lot of content that you've not seen. So what I've done is I've created a free school community which essentially just houses my best content. So if you just want to streamline your way through my best cold approach content, then the link below this video, it's not a apply to work with me, it's not a hey, buy my $27 ebook. It just gives you access to my free community that I put together, because for me, if I come across somebody's content, I just want to find the best of the best. I don't want to have to cycle my way through it. I just want to be given the best content that this creator's put out over the past 5 years. So first link below this video, it'll take you to the free school community that I've just put together, and it'll just give you access to over 40 plus hours of my best content. So if you're new to my channel, if you've been watching me for the past 6 months or so, then the easiest thing to do to get results from cold approach in 2026, click the first link below this video, and that'll take you to my free school community, and you'll have access to over 40 hours of free cold approach content. So I just wanted to put out there ahead of time, because I appreciate people who just give me information fast. So yeah, if you're somebody who wants to get results fast, if you're going out there at the moment and your conversations are not really converting into dates and beyond, then you don't know what you don't know right now. So I put that free school community together to just give you everything you need in one convenient place. So yeah, first link below this video, you can access over 40 hours of my best cold approach content. It's completely free. You don't have to pay me a penny. I just appreciate people who make it more efficient for me to learn the skill that I want. So yeah, first link below this video, you can access the free skill community and you can gobble up over 40 hours of free cold approach content. So yeah, what I wanted to do in this live stream, in my slightly inebriated state. I mean, it's fucking Christmas, isn't it? It's fucking Christmas, mate. You know, we're allowed to get a little bit wavy on Christmas Day. Oh, where's my thing at? Ah, fuck, I didn't bring my... Oh, one sec. I wanted to bring this onto the stream for a visual hook. My girlfriend brought this back for me the other day. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll make that. I'll put that into a piece of content. I'll probably use this over on IG. By the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, Christian Casanova Dating, I'm currently on a path to dominate the whole dating industry. I just like the idea of just monopolizing this whole thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, every man and his dog these days claims to be a dating coach, but I can confidently say now, 5 years balls deep into this process, nobody puts out the type of content that I do. Like, I've got over 900 videos on this channel, in-field footage, demonstrations of me in the field, doing everything, doing the thing that I say that I teach. So it's all documented on this channel. And you can get it in the free school community as well. So what I want to do in this stream is I want to explain to you how to get results from cold approach in 2026, because I feel as though in 2026, there is going to be a huge divide. Yeah, I feel as though the average guy is going to get completely left behind. Yeah, AI is currently flattening the playing fields. And what this means is any guy can go online now and fake status. He can fake confidence. He can fake a lifestyle. So girls right now, especially online, they've got selection paralysis. They don't know who's real. They don't know who's AI. But the beautiful thing is, you can't AI your way through a conversation. So if you're learning the skill of daytime cold approach in 2026, then you're going to have a hidden, unfair advantage over all of these other average dudes who are just swiping on apps, hoping for a woman to accept them. So I would say in 2026, if you are a socially sovereign savage who is investing into the skill set of daytime cold approach, which is just talking to people, then you're going to have a hidden advantage. Yeah, you are going to get so far ahead of the guys who are being sedated by apps, trying to get women through their social circle, going to nightclubs until 4 a.m. to try and get lucky. Daytime cold approach is the new meta. Yeah, where everybody else is zigging, you're going to be zagging. So let's say at the moment, you're a guy, hopefully, and let's say you have been putting yourself out there. You know, let's say you've been plying your trade with daytime cold approach, but let's say you're not getting in. Let's say you're not getting results at the moment. So the way that I would define a result is, are you having conversations that convert into a date and beyond? Yeah. So it can get frustrating at times with daytime cold approach because you might be putting yourself out there, you might be taking action, but the results that you're getting are leaving you feeling frustrated. Yeah. Maybe you feel as though you're banging your head against a brick wall. Maybe you are taking action, but your results don't match your expectations. So what I want to do is I just want to give you a proven way of actually getting results from daytime cold approach in 2026. So, fucking hell, it's getting a little bit sunny. I have made some notes, which I will address. But yeah, again, I'm a lot more coherent in the free school community. So if any of the content resonates, then just hit the link below and you'll be able to access over 40 hours of my best content. Like, who the fuck else is doing that in this space? Everyone else is like, oh, you need to get into my paid school community. It's like fucking $50 a month. Fucking hell, man. Absolute fucking shit shows in this industry. But yeah, we're probably going to be going live for the next hour or so. So yeah, if you're enjoying this so far, drop it a like. It's the only way for you to communicate with me is through dropping these streams a like. But yeah, I feel as though I've already given immense value so far, because you can just click that first link below this video and you can just get access to my best content. And you don't even need to give me any money. So yeah, anyway. Right, so why you're not getting results from cold approach at the moment, young Padawan? So the first thing that I would say, and it's probably the biggest shift that you can make going into the new year, is when you approach women as though you've already slept together, okay? This is like one of the biggest shifts that I install into my clients, and it's one of the biggest things that gives them the best results, because a lot of guys, they're going into their cold approach conversations and they're going in with a platonic, friendly, people pleaser, pleasant vibe, right? But imagine, right? Imagine walking over to a woman who you've already slept with, right? Imagine walking over to a woman and you've already blown her mind in the bedroom, yeah? Because this ability to assume sexual familiarity is one of the biggest things that will take you from just the guy who approaches to a guy who seduces, right? So it's approaching women, interacting with women, treating your entire life like it's foreplay. That's how you get results with women in the modern world, yeah? So if you imagine walking over to a woman today, let's say you walk outside, you see a woman and she's absolutely beautiful, right? Most guys are going to go into that conversation and they're seeking some form of validation or permission. It might be validation or permission for themselves, or it might be for the skill of daytime cold approach, right? A lot of guys are living their lives at the moment like closet heterosexuals. They're scared of being men, they have sexual shame, which they probably don't even realize, and they're going into their conversations and they're trying to be gamey, right? They're trying the whole like push-pull vibe stack. Oh, has she hooked yet? But really, sexual confidence is what sells in the sexual marketplace. So if you can interact with women as though you've already slept together, as though you've already blown her mind in the bedroom, that's going to change the dynamic of your conversations. And to take this even deeper, something that I say to my clients all the time is, rather than going out to approach, go out with the mindset to get dates. This is like one of those subtle shifts that will allow you to get conversations which actually convert into dates. Because the problem is, most guys are just going out to approach, and that's all they'll do. They'll go out, they'll be social, they'll have conversations, they'll quote unquote push themselves, they'll convince themselves that they're making progress. But really, they're just being pleasant. They're just approaching. They're just being social. Because their mindset going out into the field is, I'm just going to approach. No. Once you've done 100 daytime cold approaches, because remember, 100 cold approaches is what it takes to develop proficiency. So once you've done 100 daytime cold approaches, your mindset needs to shift from going out to approach to going out to get dates, right? Because otherwise what's going to happen is you're just going to sink into this nice guy, good Samaritan mindset where you're just making women feel nice, but there's nothing seductive about what you're doing. So the easiest thing that you can do to have conversations that convert is, first of all, go out with the intention to get dates and approach women as though you're already sleeping together. And this will allow you to assume familiarity. Because if you did approach a woman and you'd already slept together, you already had a romantic relationship developed, just imagine how you would feel going in there. Imagine how carefree, how non-needy, how detached from outcome you would be. I know this works because this is what I did 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, I was a porn addict, I had erectile dysfunction, no woman wanted me. But all I really had at my disposal was imagination. So I just imagined what it would feel like to already be sexually connected with these women. And that was the energy that I took into my conversations. And look, it's not an overnight fix. You might not go out there today and get it perfect, especially if you're carrying a lot of sexual shame right now. Maybe you were brought up in a household that made you feel bad about your masculinity, about your sexuality. Everybody's operating on their own timeline, but what I want you to do to overcome your closet heterosexualism, is just go out with the mindset today that every woman you approach, imagine you're already sleeping together. And this takes the pressure off the conversation because it allows you to tap into the mindset of having already succeeded. Because now, when you see a woman, you'll be able to experience success in advance. Anxiety, this thing that we call anxiety, anxiety is simply experiencing failure in advance, which is where most guys are right now. Yeah, most guys are overthinking, thinking too many steps ahead, and they're experiencing failure in advance. I think the reason why most guys' relationships or dating lives are terrible is because they're not currently receiving validation from the feminine. But if you can brainwash yourself into imagining that you're already sleeping together, this is a mindset that helped me. Right? I'm not saying it's going to be the perfect mindset for you. I don't know you as an individual, but this is something that really helped me in the early stages when I didn't really like myself. I didn't have a lot of core social confidence, and I struggled a lot when it came to women and building connections and feeling worthy in the eyes of a woman. I just imagined that I already was that person, and I just waited for the rest of the world to catch up. One of my mentors, he put it perfectly one time, and he was like, you should live your life like you're already a millionaire. You just don't have the money in your pocket yet. And it's not fake it till you make it. It's act as if you already are that version of yourself. So I've always found that to be quite useful. Hopefully it's useful for you as well. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, once you've done your first 100 cold approaches, the common piece of advice you'll get online is, oh, just approach more. Yeah, just keep approaching girls, bro. Like the more you open, the more you close. It's all about volume, volume, volume. And the fucked up thing is, this is kind of true. Yeah, like approaching more will make you better at cold approach. But the problem is, advice like this, it doesn't address the nuance. So, just approaching more after you've done 100 daytime cold approaches, just approaching more won't get you results. And again, results is having cold approach conversations that convert into dates and beyond. Just approaching more, just doing more volume is not the answer, right? The answer is conscious volume, yeah? So imagine that you are a high ticket sales closer, yeah? Imagine you're a high ticket sales closer. Oh, by the way, have we got audio? Is there audio here right now? I'm not sure. I just had a notification that my AirPods case was at 20%. So if you can hear me, can you do me a favor? Can you just drop the live stream a like? Because it's the only way for you to communicate with me. So if you can drop this live stream a like, just one person, that'll just tell me that you can actually hear what I'm saying. Thank you. Appreciate ya. So conscious volume is what's going to get you results with women, with cold approach in 2026. So a lot of people will tell you, oh, well, bro, you just need to approach more. Just keep approaching. More volume, more volume. But it's like if you're a high-ticket sales closer and you're not watching back your sales conversations and you don't know what you don't know. So the problem that guys have is once they've done 100 daytime cold approaches, is they just think that approaching more women will get them the result that they want. And it's fucking stupid because what you need to do, right? This is how the process works. You just get 100 approaches done ASAP because these first 100 approaches, they're going to allow you to feel more relaxed in the conversation. You're going to understand how to deal with objections, which, by the way, objections are just smoke screens of uncertainty. I'm in a rush. I have a boyfriend. Oh, I'm kind of seeing somebody at the moment. Like, these just mean that you've not presented enough value in the conversation. Now, yeah, sometimes a girl is genuine. She does have a boyfriend, but a lot of the times it's just polite rejection. It's like if somebody offered you a Lamborghini for $10,000, it's no questions asked because the value is so supreme. So a lot of times when girls are saying things like, oh, I have a boyfriend, or, oh, I'm in a rush right now, or I'm kind of seeing somebody, it's because you've not presented enough value in the conversation for her to decide that she actually wants to pursue something with you. So this whole like, oh, just approach more. No, it's conscious volume. So what you need to start doing in 2026, and I say this all the time, but nobody fucking does it, you need to start recording the audio of your conversation, because after every conversation you do, after 100 approaches, you need to be able to ask yourself, what did I do well? What can be improved? Please don't be one of these guys who's like, yeah, I'm taking notes on my phone. I'm making notes in my Apple Notes. Brother, you have no fucking idea how you even sound. Like, making notes on your phone is gonna do fuck all for you, because you need to have a point of reference, right? It's like a high-ticket closer who's saying, yeah, I can just remember. It's like going to the gym and being like, oh yeah, I remember exactly how many sets I hit, the exact weights, the exact rest periods. Like, all these things need to be tracked, because what you can measure, you can improve. So once you've done those first 100 approaches, it's no longer about counting your approaches. It's about making your approaches count. And this is what separates guys from the guys who have conversations that convert into dates and beyond, and the guys who just stay stuck from like 100 approaches to 1,000 approaches. They get stuck in this mindset of more volume, more effort, more motivation. No, it's not that. It's having an optimization for conscious volume, meaning you record the audio of your conversations. You ask yourself in real time, what can I improve? What did I do well there? Celebrate every single achievement like you've just won $1 million. That'll help you keep your state up. But you need to be realistic as well, right? You have to, at some point, you have to get slapped with the cold, hard palm of reality, right? If you've been out there, you've already done 100 approaches, and let's say, fuck knows, you're on 300 approaches right now, and let's say you've not had any dates right now, then fuck me, dude. Something needs to change. You need to get some form of feedback, whether it's from me or somebody else that you resonate with online. But like, there shouldn't be anybody on this planet who's done, let's say, 300 cold approaches and has had 0 dates, 0 action. Because if you're in this situation right now, then are you fucking stupid? It's like taking 300 sales calls and having made 0 money. Then something is clearly going wrong. So just doing more of the same shit is not going to fix it. You need feedback, you need accountability, you need individually tailored feedback from what you're doing. So conscious volume is what's going to get you a result. It's not just throwing shit at the wall, hoping something sticks. Record the audio of your conversations. Listen to yourself back. Are you talking too fast? Are you getting stuck in this platonic shit chat? Are you closing too early? Are you going for phone numbers? Are you talking about the details of the date during the conversation? Are you future projecting? Are you hitting a deeper emotional level? Or is everything just staying logical? Like, oh, who are you? What do? You got any fucking dogs? We'll talk about that later in the live stream, but for now, if you've done well over 100 daytime cold approaches and you're not getting the results that you want, then you need to understand that at the moment, dude, you don't know what you don't know. This should not be happening. You shouldn't be going out there every weekend convincing yourself you're making progress when you're not, right? You're still fucking sleeping alone. You're not going on dates. You're not having conversations that convert. At some point, we need to drop the motivation and get real, right? Are you currently attracting women and having connections with women that you're happy with and you're cold approaching? Because if you're not, something needs to fucking change, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just going out there every weekend, telling yourself you're making progress, you're taking action. Like, the numbers don't lie. How many women have you been on a date with this week? How many women have you been on a date with this past month? Because if the number is not what you want, then something needs to fucking change, right? It's not about convincing yourself that you're better than you are. It's looking at the figures, realizing that you're probably not as good as you think you are, and iterating, right? I'm not saying this stuff to be your friend. I'm saying it because I want you to be successful. But I think a lot of guys, I think once you've done your first 100 approaches, you don't want to be comparing yourself to normal people anymore. This is a trap that I see so many guys fall into, where what they'll do is they'll justify a lack of results by comparing themselves to the average man, right? So what they'll say to themselves is, oh, I've done 150 approaches. I've not got any dates yet, but I'm still taking more action than most guys. You know, I'm still doing something that most guys wouldn't do. Yeah, I'm still taking action. I'm still putting myself out there. Like, most guys wouldn't do this. And it's like, dude, after a fucking while, why are you comparing yourself to normal people? Right? Once you've done over 100 approaches, the people you should be comparing yourself to is me and the guys in my private community, the Entourage. Right? We don't give a fuck about comparing ourselves to NPCs or average Joes. So one of your sticking points right now might be that you're clinging onto a reality that no longer serves you, right? No one gives a fuck about what the average man is doing. It's like, do you think Elon Musk is comparing himself to an average 9-to-5 worker? No, fuck no. Of course he's not doing that, right? And this is the mindset you want to have. Yeah, you want to have this ruthless obsession with progression where every single week you want to get pissed off with where you're at. Yeah, if you're not dating the women you want to be dating, if you're not making the money you want to be making, if you're not living the lifestyle you want to be living, then don't be content with that. Get pissed off, get angry, because anger is a great motivating force to just take your finger out your ass, not sure what that's doing up there, and do something about it. So don't compare yourself to average people getting average results, yeah? There's a world outside that you're not currently living, and it should piss you off that you've already done 200 approaches and you've not got anything from it. Right? It's not a motivation problem. It's not a accountability problem. Usually it's a feedback problem. You don't know what you don't know. So you need to get feedback on what you're doing because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know you as a person, so I can't give you individually tailored feedback. But the best advice I can give you is just start recording the audio of your conversations, and that'll give you a point of reference. Because at the moment, you probably don't know what you don't know. Let's see. What else have we got here? Bear with me. If you're enjoying this live stream at the moment, drop it a like. Thanks. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to say, having worked with over 200 guys, knowing how to get results now, like it's fucking clockwork, is we spoke about this on the live stream yesterday, but a lot of guys, they don't tap into a woman's emotions, and that's why they don't get quote-unquote results or conversations that convert into dates. Because you might think you're doing everything right. You might think you're doing everything right now. Yeah, even on your dates as well. If you're currently going on dates with women and the dates are not converting into the reality that you would like, then I guarantee it's because you're not allowing the woman to feel anything, right? Women speak in the language of emotion. Men speak in the language of logic. So if there's one thing you take away from this live stream, you need to learn how to become fluent in the language of the feminine. How do you do that? You talk about the emotions behind your decisions, yeah? So on the live stream yesterday, I explained that everything that you say to a woman from this point forward, you need to talk about the deeper underlying emotions as to why you're doing that, yeah? So for example, I'm training Muay Thai in Bangkok. Right? If I was speaking to a guy, then yeah, he would understand that. He would probably assume that I'm disciplined, I want to improve myself. He gets it. But when you're speaking with a woman, especially in a cold approach conversation, you want to explain the emotions behind your decisions. So rather than saying to a woman, oh yeah, I train Muay Thai in Bangkok. Oh, have you ever thought about doing Muay Thai before? You explain the deeper why. So for example, yeah, I recently came back from Bangkok. I was training Muay Thai over there. You know, it's crazy because I never thought I would be out in Bangkok training Muay Thai, but I don't know if you've ever had this feeling before, but I kind of felt like life started to get a bit too comfortable, right? I was making good money. I was living the lifestyle that I'd always dreamed of, but I felt like something was missing. I felt like I had this deep desire to prove myself in a discipline that I knew nothing about. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to feel alive again. You know, I wanted to put myself in the environment where I was forced to act, forced to almost become a new person. I don't know if you've ever had these experiences where you feel as though life has got a bit too comfortable, where you're coasting and you kind of know in the back of your mind, if you don't do anything to change it, you're going to continue on the same trajectory. See what I'm doing there, right? This is me just spitballing, but I'm talking about the deeper motivations. I'm talking about the why behind the what. The reason why most guys don't know how to flirt with women. The reason why most guys get absolutely terrible results with cold approach is because they stay stuck in the logical. I'm going to give you something else here which will massively help you cold approach conversations. So what I teach to my clients, and this is so important, this is like super tactical, and if you can implement this one thing, it's going to allow you to get way better results from cold approach than the guys who don't know this. Imagine you've just walked over to a woman and you've given her a compliment, and imagine she's receptive to the compliment, right? The mistake that most guys make is they go straight into logical conversation. So let's say I approach a woman, I'm like, hey, you look amazing, and she's like, oh my god, thank you so much. The mistake that we often make is we'll just ask her a question, right? Oh, what are you doing today? Now this is okay if you're completely new to cold approach, but the more experience you get, you want to avoid asking women what they're doing today immediately after the compliment. Why? Because you're taking the woman from emotion into logic. And seduction doesn't happen in the logical, it happens in the emotional. So if you've gone over to a woman and you've given her a strong compliment, first of all, allow her to react to the compliment. Allow her to have her emotional orgasm and just stay in the silence. Let the silence do the work. And then once she's reacted, here's the thing. Here's the thing which will take your conversations from good to great. Rather than asking her, what are you doing today? Or rather than asking for any form of verbal or mental participation from her, tell the story of you. Right? If you understand this, this is going to be a fucking game changer for your cold approach conversation. This is what I do in my conversations. It's what I teach over 200 guys to do as well. When you first walk over to a woman during the day, think about it like this. You had the intention today to approach a woman, yeah? So you were mentally prepared for the opportunity. Most women are walking out their houses and they don't have the mental participation. They don't have the mental preparation, is a better way of saying it. They haven't prepared themselves for a cold approach conversation. So if you walk over, you give them a compliment, oftentimes they're slightly taken aback by the experience and they need time to warm up to the idea of having a conversation with you. So rather than asking her for personal information, like, oh, what are you doing today? What do you do for a job? Instead, tell the story of you. So for example, right, let's say I walk over to a woman. Here's how we'll piece all of this together. I walk over to a woman in London, 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Why not? Excuse me. Hiya. You speak English? Amazing. You look incredible. Oh my god, thank you so much. Wait. Allow the emotions to be there. You know, it's crazy. I got back from Bangkok recently. I was training Muay Thai over there, and yeah, I felt as though it would be a crime against humanity if I didn't come over and give you a compliment. See what I'm doing there? I'm just explaining, I'm providing a little bit of context for who I am as a person, and I'm giving her more time to get warmed up to the idea of having a conversation with me. The reason why most guys suck at cold approach is they expect too much of the woman too early. So they'll ask her questions straight after the compliment. It's like, dude, she's not ready right now. She's not been mentally lubricated to have this conversation. So within the first 30 to 60 seconds, you're going to be doing more of the verbal heavy lifting. But this is a good thing because it means that you can now set the tone, right? You can now set the tone. You can now decide the cadence of the conversation. So see what I did there, right? I said, listen, I just came back from Bangkok. I was training Muay Thai over there, and you just caught my attention. I felt as though it'd be a crime against humanity not to come over and give you this compliment. So now I've provided context. Now she knows that I was in Thailand. I was training Muay Thai. So now I can use that topic in the rest of the conversation. So even if she doesn't bite on the Muay Thai topic, I can bring it in. So let's say I say, listen, I just came back from Bangkok. I was training Muay Thai over there. Saw you, thought it'd be a crime against humanity to not come over here. She'd be like, oh my god, that's so nice. Like I wasn't expecting this today. Yeah, no, it was interesting. Like I don't know if you've been to Thailand before, but you know, I felt as though life was getting a little bit comfortable in the UK, and I wanted to find a way to almost make myself feel alive again, you know? Because I feel like a lot of people these days, they get stuck into the comfort quicksand of complacency where it's the same shit day after day. So yeah, I just wanted a way for me to like feel alive again. I don't know if you've ever had these experiences where you feel as though you've got into a little bit of a rut in life and you feel a little bit stuck and you feel as though you need something new. That was my decision to go over there. I don't know if you can resonate with that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, dude, seduction is sales, right? That's what seduction is. It's the transfer of certainty. It's learning how to get what you want. But oftentimes, women just need some warming up. But if you can like replay that and see what I did there, I'm providing context. I'm taking the conversation immediately from surface level shit chat, like, oh, who are you? How's your day going? What are you doing today? To telling the story of me. Okay, this is like one of the biggest game changers for my clients. If you can walk into that conversation and tell the story of you. So who are you? Why are you in this city? What do you do? Like, for example, if you live in London, or let's just say you're a guy who's working a busy job in the city centre, and you're like, well, I can't do this because I'm not living an interesting lifestyle. So you can walk into your call approach conversation and be like, yo, excuse me, you speak English? Great. You look incredible. Oh my God, thank you so much. Yeah, like I just came out of work and my head was absolutely buzzing with work stuff. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before where you can find it a little bit hard to switch off sometimes, but I just saw you and I'm like, listen, this would be a crime against humanity if I didn't walk over. And worst case scenario, I feel better by having this conversation with you. I don't know if you've ever had this before where, you know, you've just been so deep into work that you almost forget to have fun in life. Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like I'm working in HR at the moment and yeah, it can be a little bit cutthroat in there. Wait, you work in HR? Ah, fuck, I'm not sure if we can be friends anymore. But you see what I'm saying? Like you can use this. Like it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. You can tell the story of you. And the way that I connect with people on a personal level is by connecting with them on a universal level. So the universal emotions that people feel, joy, sadness, rage, anger, stress, depression, anxiety, everybody's felt these feelings. So what you want to do in your cold approach conversations is you want to transition from the universal to the personal. And a really simple phrase to do this is, I don't know about you, or I don't know if you've ever felt like this before, but and what you're doing is you're encouraging mental participation. Like even as I'm speaking to you on this live stream, right? If I'm speaking, I'm like, yeah, listen, we're gonna do this live stream today, but dude, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel as though these days everybody is a fucking dating coach. Like everybody's dog is a dating coach. But the thing that I really try and do on these streams is just keep everything 100% raw authentic, yeah? Do you understand? Like this is not just talking, oh bro, this is not just talking to women. This is learning how to have elite level conversation and communication skills, right? Through the skill of daytime cold approach, you're learning influence, you're learning persuasion, you're learning how to transfer certainty. And this is what guys don't get. They think that, oh, I'm just going to learn cold approach and it's going to solve my dating life. No, it's going to explode the rest of your life because you're learning how to get what you want. Yeah? So if you can learn to tell the story of you, watch the live stream that I posted yesterday because I go deeper into examples, but this is where most guys get fucked over because they don't understand how to connect with women on an emotional level. The way you connect with women on an emotional level is taking universal feelings and transferring that to her as an individual. Like, I don't know if you've ever felt like this before. I don't know if you've ever felt like you're in a position in life where everything started to feel too comfortable, that you started to question your own life decisions. Like, I feel like the biggest problem with relationships is you only realize you made the wrong choice when it's too late. So really what I try and do with my content is I try and show men that they don't have to settle. They don't have to be suffocating in scarcity. They don't have to choose a woman that they think they can get. They can go after the women they actually want. Do you understand? Like, it's all related. This is you learning to have elite level communication skills. And this is what I install into my clients. I work with entrepreneurs, business owners, busy professionals. After being associated with me and learning the intricate side of interpersonal communication, they make more money, they get hotter women, they live a better lifestyle because now they know how to properly communicate themselves to the world. So yeah, what I would say to you right now is if any of the things have been beneficial in this live stream, this is just me at my slightly wavy best. I would say click the first link below this video, access my free content, okay? So there's over 40 plus hours of free cold approach content. Like my goal right now, to just be completely transparent, is to monopolize the entire dating industry. I know without a shadow of a doubt, I'm the best person in this industry, right? Nobody can compete with me. Most people copy me. Before I got into this space, everybody was just a service provider. Everybody was just talking about cold approach. Now, I was the only person that came onto the scene and was like, hey, let's talk about the deeper shit. Let's talk about how cold approach is the most aggressive form of self-development. Let's bring in the religious aspects. Let's bring in the spiritual aspects. Let's bring in entrepreneurs who are doing well, but let's use this skill to leverage their abilities to be better. So nobody can compete with me. I feel as though I'm way further ahead than my current age. And if you're watching me right now, this is like Bitcoin in 2008. So what I would suggest for you right now, you don't need to buy anything from me. Download or access the free school community, because if you've only been watching my content for the past 6 months or so, then I have strategically curated that community. So only my best content is shared inside of that. So all you need to do is hit the first link below this video, access the community, watch the content, and then transmute information into implementation. Right, so I'm going to leave it there. I feel like that was a valuable live stream. We'll do it again tomorrow when I'm slightly less inebriated. But hey, this is discipline, dude. I didn't want to make this live stream. I couldn't be arsed doing it, but discipline is the decision that you make that your future self will thank you for. So yeah, if you enjoyed this live stream, drop it a like, access the free school community, first link below this video, and I will speak with you again tomorrow. All right, love you. Mwah.